Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meaty69, and we are back with the STB-1. I've got the adamant camo on it, and I think it looks amazing. It's a tank I do love. It's a tank that I don't really get on well with. Let's go through my equipment and consumables. I do run the multi-purpose multi-purpose kit, the adrenaline, and the repair kit. For my provisions, I do run the onigiri, the impure fuel, and the white rice. And my ammunition loadout, I do load quite a lot of heat. You'll see yourself using a little bit of heat in this. I used to run calibrated shells in this, just to give it that little bit more pen, but now I use the gun rammer. So my equipment, I've got everything. So I use the gun rammer, I've got the improved modules, improved optics, then I've got the gun lane drive. I do use the enhanced armor just against other mediums. You can get the odd bounce, and then I use improved control, and then down the bottom of the list I use the V-stabs, and then the last two I do use the enhanced tracks, and then the consumable delivery system. Now I've had about just over 1,000 battles in this now, and it took me 850 battles to ace it. I have done a few STB videos, but I've never done an actual review. So the DPM is actually not too bad, 3,238. Which, other than the Object, the Leopard, the T62, it's up there with them. So it's higher than pretty much all the rest of them, especially the 121 with 2,400. That's quite poor. The penetration 245. If you used the calibrated shells, it does go up to 269. But as I said, the penetration is pretty much up there, other than the Leopard 1 and the FV4202 and the Platoon. It's up there with pretty much the same as the rest of them. So the Alpha you get 350, rate of fire 9.25, which is 6.49 seconds per reload, aim time 1.9, dispersion 0.326, and then the gun depression is a lovely 10 degrees, which is what makes this tank really nice. You can go up to the ridgeline, you could poke over it, just show your turret, which your turret armor is 132 mil. It isn't the best. It used to be OP before the medium nerf. The whole armor you got 110, so which is why I use the improved armor, because against other mediums, especially tier 9 mediums, if you're one-on-one, especially like Object 140s, which have got better DPM, you can try and hope for a couple of bounces. Now I have got 3 battles. This first one I didn't do so great, but it's more about ways of platooning. Now I'm with my good friend Bob, one of my best friends, an amazing player, completely OP, and it is mine, and the enemy has not got any medium tanks. So I rush the hill. I don't usually go up the hill, but seeing as they've got no medium tanks, I decide to push the hill, and the E50 decides to push the hill as well, and the rest of the team are where they should be. Pushing the hill is only good if your team protects you, which is what they're doing, which is what makes this battle such a good battle. And playing it carefully, taking your time, not rushing things, which is not what I do. And if you start doing them things, you can have a good battle, which is exactly what we have here. Now we can see the Object 268 behind us, and pretty much the rest of them, we've got one cap in, and the rest of them are all here. Now E50's died, which is actually a godsend for me, because I can start pushing forward just that little bit more, and I can use his tank as protection. So we've got this IS-7 now that's pushing up. I'm asking for help because I'm asking for either my TDs or the heavies to try and take advantage of him as he's pushing up, because I don't really want to poke out. I do take a rubbish bounce there, and again, like, he's pushing up, he is behind the rock, but if this E5 just pushes a little bit more, I can understand he might not be able to because of the TDs, but you've got one TD capping the Object 268, which I'm not sure at the moment where he is, and then you've got that Jaegeru, which has just killed the E5. So the Object 268 on our team has decided to push down the bottom. He's not going to last much longer. And you can see now, I'm not pushing out. I don't need to push out. We've got 3 TDs, or 2 TDs now. So I'm just going to sit here and hope that they push me. So it is now 4 against 6. So we've got a lot of work to do. And we've got the K91, which I'm not going to talk about that tank because I am testing the tank. I'm not allowed to talk about that tank. So save your time and don't ask any questions in the comment section. So again, back to the game. The Death Star has now killed the E100. And you've got 4 tanks in front of me. And then you've got a Death Star that is behind that will eventually flank. So I know where all the team is. And I am just playing it slowly. I'm not going to be stupid enough and poke out in front of that Jaegeru. I'm just going to wait. Hopefully they push forward a little bit, and then my team can do the job. I've got an E100 here helping me. I've got Bob sitting at the back in the TD spot. So as long as I can keep him here, my team can do some damage. Now again, it's not all about damage in the STB. If you haven't watched Aminette's video, she's just done a video where she got nearly 5,000 assistant damage in this tank, and it's pretty much doing what I'm doing now. There's no need to rush, there's no need to try and be greedy to get some damage, but you'll see in a minute. This Jaegeru is he just wants to know me, and it's gonna cost him. Now that was a lucky bounce, which meant I can now poke out. Didn't do no damage, but I did get a track. And then you got this IS-7 now that's pushing up. We take one shot into him. He pushes up, not looking at me. And then the E100 takes him out because he was focusing on me. So it's now 4 against 4. 3 against 4. And again, look, this Jaegeru, he's sidewards, up a hill, sidewards. And there he gets 622 damage from the E100, and now you've got the K91 that's pushing on, trying to get the E100, which allows me to get a couple of shots into the side of him, and then poke back. As soon as the Jaegeru pushes forward, I'm gonna come back, and I'm not gonna go out. There's no need for me to go out. So the E100 is there, and now he's taking the attention of the Jaegeru. So that's when I can poke out, get a track shot into him, and he manages to fix that just before I reload. So he's now down to 600, which could be a one shot from the E100 or from Bob in his grill. And now we've got the Death Star. I'm not so worried about the Death Star because I know Bob's sitting there. He's an OP player. He's not just going to leave him. So I know the Death Star is covered from Bob. And as soon as I start trying to look at the Death Star, these tanks to my left are going to start pushing on. So the Death Star does kill our E100, but the E100 did kill one of their tanks before he died. So now, again, I'm not going to push. I'm just going to wait. And you'll see there is a Death Star, but Bob, how smart he is, he's going to ignore that Death Star for now. And he's got the side of this Jaegeru that's not looking at him, that's just looking at me. And the Jaegeru is going to pay, because any second now, Bob's going to get his shot in, and it's going to kill him. And that's because that's just focusing on me, on my position. Unfortunately, I do die. I managed to get one shot into the side of the K91, which is my good friend Fluffy Fox. He shoots me another time. I managed to get one more shot into him before he kills me. So now Bob is on his own. He just manages to kill the Death Star. Excuse me. And you'll see an amazing shot here. Just watch this shot. He's not spotted. He becomes spotted straight away. Bob is there to take him out. So 4 kills for Bob. I didn't get any kills, but I held the team on that hill. I held the enemy on the hill. We still finished on 3.2k damage, and Bob finished on 5.1k damage. So, and that was mainly because I just held the team, and I didn't rush anything. And that is what this tank is pretty much about. There's no need to rush. Now, these next 2 battles are played a little bit differently. The enemy, I'm with Bob again on this battle. The enemy have got 4 mediums. We've only got 2. So the spotting in this in the STB is amazing. The view range is quite nice, and we take one nice shot into the side of that T-54E1, and then I'm spotted, so I'm backing up. They've got 2 TDs, and they got 3 mediums. Sorry, so I'm not sure where the other mediums are. Now we've got this Object 263 to my right, so I know I've got cover. And now we've got the M103 who misses, or he misses me. I'm not sure if he got the Object 263, and we managed to get 1 shot into him, and he's still tracked, and we managed to get another shot into him, keeping him there. Again, we poke out, and unfortunately we take a bounce, but we will get another shot into the side of him, and put him down to a 1 shot. So straight away, Bob now takes him out. So that's 1 tank down, and then we've got a couple of tanks that are really, really low health. So we've got the Object 268 there, great armour. I do have to switch to, no, I don't have to switch to 8 heat there. We do manage to pen him. STB-1 on the enemy team takes out our STI. And then a few of us must have just shot that 268 there, and we put him down to a 1 shot. So it's going okay at the minute. I haven't had to move anywhere now, but as soon as I've got no shots, I'll make a move. Now, Bob is on his own with the STB-1 there. I do try and rush back to help him, but my main focus now, this T-54E1 is a 1 shot, so if I can take him out the game, it's another tank out of the game. Now, Bob does unfortunately die. But the FV215B183 takes Bob out, but then I do take out the T-54E1, and then we've got the E75 there, who misses. I do take a shot into him, and then we've got the Object 268 who takes a low roll into me, and I managed to take him out. So now it is 5 against 4. There's 2 of us or 3 of us round this E75, so I'm just going to stay here with my team and take this E75 out as quickly as possible. So we get the side of him. T-54 is the other side of him, so wherever he looks, he has got a tank looking at him. So we take another shot into him, leave him on 60 HP, and I don't know how I managed to get the kill, but we managed to get the kill. So the enemy are capping the base, so we know where at least 1 tank is, which is this Platoon. There is a Death Star, and there is an STB that is pretty much now a 1 shot. So we are going to push forward. We're going to get 1 shot, 1 bounce into the pattern. We're going to back up. The T-54 has now taken out the STB-1, and then I've just been absolutely obliterated again from the Death Star, which has just left me on 9 HP. So not a good move for me. That was a silly mistake, but I wasn't quite sure where the Death Star was sitting, but I soon found out. So the pattern is now trying to push me. I do get 1 shot into him, leaving him on a 1 shot, and then our T-54 comes in, gets to the side of him and takes him out. So just the Death Star left. I know where roughly he is, so I'm going to take it nice and slowly. I do not want to get shot. All I need is a little bit of splash damage to kill me. There is still 4 of us alive, so there's no worries about losing this battle. We open up the Death Star, and as we do that, I'm hiding behind this building, and I can see he's shooting at me. He gets a nasty shot from our Death Star into him. but he's still looking at me. So I'm just going to sit here again, be patient. There's no reason for me to die. I don't need to die. I'm going to wait for my team to push him, and as soon as he's turned his attention, I can then push in. So he's now spotted. He's not looking at me. He has just shot, so now I can rush forward, get the final shot in, and get my 4th kill. So again, played a bit differently than the first battle. I sat back for a little bit of the battle, and then saved my HP. And then when the enemy was low health, that's when I rushed in, and we did finish on a first class, 5.2k damage. We did make a little bit of credits, 1488 XP. So this thing is a bitch to ace. It really is hard to ace. Now, I've had over 1,000 battles now, and I've only aced it twice. Again, it took me 850 battles to ace this tank. It's such a hard tank, well, for me to ace. So last one, again, STB, I'm with my good friend Ishan72 from Legion. And if you thought it was a surprise that my last battle wasn't an ace, you'll be surprised, even more surprised about this one. Now, this battle is pretty much one of the best battles I've had in the STB in over 1,000 battles. Not the most damage. I've had 6,500, 6,000, and even all them has been only first class. But this one, just the way it was played, a bit lucky, a bit unlucky, but it is a first class. And now you see my position. I am using the ridge to try and protect my hull, but the enemy STB was taking shots at me, and now we've got this IS-7 who kindly is showing us his front plate, and he doesn't want to know us. He wants to know my friend in the Platoon. So he's now down to 300 health, and he's going to have an early finish back to the garage. So that's one heavy tank down. Now this STB is causing me problems, but then the T-54 decides to push me, and we take one shot into him, and then Ishan takes another shot into him, puts him down to 400, and then he just gets wrecked before I can even get another shot into him, because all my team are behind. So at the minute, it's going really, really well. 3 tanks down to the enemy, and we've still got 7. Now 6. So Ishan is first to die, but it looks pretty straightforward. But that will change. So look at that, 458 alpha damage. 458. Very nice. So the grill is now down very low. And then now I just noticed the STB as pushed. So I pushed forward a little bit using the T-54 as cover from the TDs. And now the grill, again, pushing. I missed that shot. And there's no need for me to push. I know there is an E4 around there as well somewhere. So I just really want to take this STB out. We managed to get a side shot into him at 350 damage. Now, the reason I'm saying these damages every time, you'll realise a bit later on, which is when I said it could be a bit unlucky, and then I did get a bit lucky. So 350 damage into the side of that STB. So now it's 4 against 4. So the STB is a one shot, but the E4, the IS-7 are all full health. So the STB now has gone, the grill has taken him out, but then the enemy grill has taken out a Jagdpanzer. So it's now 3 against 3. And our grill is soon going to die. So I've got the side of the IS-7 now, who is a good player, so I do try and focus him. And again, trial IS-7, I bounce the side of him. But the tortoise takes him out, which leaves 3 against 2. And again, the E4 is full health, and he takes out our tortoise. 365 damage there to the E4. And now I need to start making a move. I'm only on 900 health, so if I push, the grill and the E4 were together. If I push, it's just one shot for them. So I am now on my own. We get one shot into the side of that grill. Again, 367 damage. So the damages I'm doing are quite high for a medium, well above 300. And now I'm gonna literally, I've got 3 minutes left. I've got plenty of time left, and I'm gonna run around most of the map. I know where the E4 is because he's capping, and I'm now trying to look for the grill that was only on around about 400 or so health, a bit less. So we get the side of the E4 there. We take one shot into him just to decap, and again we're going to run away. Now I'm just going to sit here for a little bit, well, just for a little bit, to reset my camo, and then usually I would turn back because I'd think that I'm going this way. But seeing it as the E4 is still capping, I really need to find that grill because he's low health, and he is a bit quicker than the E4. So again, the E4 still capping, and he's going to cap because he doesn't really want to chase an STB. The grill, there is the E4 now open. I'm not spotted yet, and as soon as I come around this corner, there's two in base. No, there's not. Look at that grill, 319. We shoot him, and we do 288. What are the chances of that? So the grill manages to take one shot into me, which leaves me on 230 against pretty much a full health E4. 288 low roll. When I've been doing 350s, 60s, it happened to be that last shot I do not even 300 damage. But again, we managed to take one shot into the side of the E4, which now means he hasn't got time. Now look at that shot. That was a great shot. 355 into his compoler, which puts him low health. And this is what I love about this STB. Look at that bounce. That was a lucky bounce. And because of that, I can now get behind him, and we can take him out for a win that I never thought that would be a win. But it was an amazing battle for me. When I finished that, I thought, yes, I've got another ace, 1,000 battles, third ace. But no, only a first class. 5,449 damage. We get the 2 kills, and we only get 1,354 XP. So I still love this tank even after the nerf. I still love the tank. I'm still going to play it even more. It is worth getting if you haven't got it. It is a fun tank to play. And look at all them effective players. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's been long enough, 23 minutes, and I will wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.